Hello, this is SugarMay, and I'm going to put my face on. So I thought maybe you could kind of be here with me. This is my second YouTube video, and I probably won't do this very often, but we're going to do it now. So let me get my stuff here. The first thing I like to put on is this here. This is a primer for redness, and I really like it. And it's inexpensive. To me, it doesn't, fits in my budget. And I have a little sponge here. And I have a little red mark here that was caused by, a blemish. I do a little red on my cheeks. And I wasn't one to really wear foundation throughout my life. I just didn't do it. Sorry, I'm out of the camera. And then I put on, because I have a little bit of areas that I feel is a little redder, I take a little, this here is, upside down, Stay, and it's just a little concealer I bought. Kind of go over those red, items. Do a little bit here for my eyes, not much. And like I said, I'm not really into doing a lot of this on my face, but I do like the concealer. It just kind of makes things a little smoother, in doing stuff on your face. So the makeup I usually buy, oh my goodness, I usually use this BB cream. I believe it's Maybelline. And this, I like it because it's light, and but I am kind of running out of it, and they didn't have it in the store, my color. So I bought this, which is Revlon Protector B&B, but it's camera ready is what it says. So I put a little bit of this, and see, I put a little bit on my hand, the back of my hand, and sometimes I use a sponge, sometimes I don't, I just, back in the day, we used our hands all the time. So I like using my hands, even though the sponge is nice. So I kind of pat it around. And like I said, I'm not a big foundation person. Gotta make sure you always bring it down your neck, even though you might not see it. This is pretty light, or pretty sheer, I should say. And I'm sorry about I got natural light, so it is kind of bright. But that's what I put on. And it to me, it's just light. I don't need a lot of, to me, I don't need a lot of color. Now, I might have experts and they'll say, oh yeah, you do. You look pale or whatever. So then I bought this. We have a swap meet here. And it has I wanted a variety of blushes, and they give me a variety. So I'm gonna take my little, oh, is that it? Yeah. Yeah, my little feather brush, and I think I'm going to do this one over here. They look pretty pink, but you know, they're kind of transparent. So I always just put it right there on my cheek, you know. I guess because I've always had these fat little cheeks. And that's what I put a little down my nose. And, you know, they say kind of rub it around your hairline a little bit. And I rub it on my temples. Then I take this brush, which I really like. It's really a blender brush. And I blend all that down. Now, the look I'm doing is just for every day. Okay. Not really to go nowhere or anything like that. So, I got this palette here of kind of blush. And I think I'm going to use that today. Get my brushes. I know I'm off camera here again. Bending down. I'm just not prepared. So I have a brush like this, little applicator brush. And I do have, I always clean it off with a little piece of felt I got. And, which works fine. So the first thing is I would take the white for my highlighter, and then I'm going to take more of this brown right there for a base, and then I might put on a little of the gold over here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I just put the white right in that. And you know, as I've aged, I can see right there is just white. I guess it doesn't get any sun there. So it kind of gives me a guiding line to just put that right there. It's like my face is helping me out. Then I'm going to use this more neutral color. And I noticed over the years that my area here on my eye is darker, and it's, you know, I've heard people say, well, that's from allergies. So that's all I do is I'm highlighting pretty much that area that is darker, but I'm putting a color on it and smoothing it out as much as I can, you know, blend it all in. So as you can see, it doesn't make a big difference, but I also got this Make It Last, and I kind of like these. I usually put this on before I put my eyeshadow, but so let me put a little bit on. And we'll let that dry. But yes, like I said, I think you don't have to, I don't know. Like I said, I got this chin. If I could camouflage, that was some, oh, there you go. Make it look better. All right, and now I'm going to do, I think, a little gold. And this I got to get it close, so I do a little gold right there on the main eye, right up the middle. Now I got this mirror, and it's like, it has this magnifying side. And I heard women say, oh, I don't like that mirror because it shows everything. Well, that's what you want. You want a mirror. Oh, it's kind of dirty there. But you want a mirror that's going to show, your face. To me, that's your face. You got all these lines and stuff. You don't want to put on makeup blindly. You know, uh, I wouldn't think. So, uh, another thing, I never did my eyebrows either. And as you notice, my eyebrows are pretty much, uh, I have hair there. They're just lighter, with the mix of gray in there. So what I found are these. This one here is by Maybelline. It's a brow fast sculpt. And I bought this. Now, this was probably going to be discontinued because I bought it at a Big Lots store, and those are mostly discontinued items. But I like this one because, number one, my eyebrows are like your eyelashes. I've had women say, oh, I don't have any eyelashes. Well, if you look at me right now, it looks like I have no eyelashes whatsoever. Okay? So, but once you put on mascara, and you put a couple coats on, you can see those eyelashes. This is the same way with the eyebrows. And they have this little brush. See this little brush? And I don't know if you can see it. One side has longer bristles. The other side has shorter bristles. And this is really nice because you can get up in there and coat those hairs. And you might say, well, I don't have, I know a lot of older women, they draw their eyebrows on, and they might have drawn them on for years. I never did that to my eyebrows. I only plucked them every once in a while, and I did try shaving them at one time. I didn't like that. It was too scary. Uh, you know, and I do have eyebrows that stick up. So you see, it's not a dramatic change, but it kind of uniforms the hairs, and probably have to pluck that one, stick it straight up. But it gives it a little more definition, and they look natural. I think they look so natural. Because I think a lot of the older women, our eyebrows, is kind of like a finishing touch. And I think a lot of these women, uh, get up there in age, And one thing, their eyebrows start looking really, rough, or they don't have them, uh, and they draw them in. And they tend to draw them in uh, like a pencil, like a little tiny thin line. And they look so unnatural, and maybe that's the look they like. That's fine. I'm not knocking that because I know a lot of women do wear the thin eyebrow. But I think if you've got to look at how you used to look as growing up. And if if you never had really thin eyebrows before, let me get in here so I can, if you didn't have see, it just kind of colors it a little bit. So if you grew up and you always had little thin eyebrows, then I would say, oh yeah, you could pull that off. But 9 times out of 10, you kind of had eyebrows back in the day. And it's just that when you got older, you decided that you were going to not have eyebrows, or you wanted to thin them out, and now you feel like now they're gray, so you feel like you don't have any, and you draw this pencil line. What I got to say about the pencil is that, you got to be real careful about that. I've noticed that if I use a pencil, I tend to go darker than I want to be. And to me, that makes me look older. It makes me look harsher with those harsh eyebrows. Uh, a lot of the young girls, see my eyes start watering now, but a lot of the young girls, they wear, the thicker eyebrows, and, they look great at them. They draw them on there, but they do a big step of getting their eyebrows that way. Now, see, I like this. It's more of a natural look. It's just, I've colored them a little, kind of like with mascara. Now, I got this mascara, and it's from Mary Kay. Oh, did I have that upside down? Sorry. Uh, Last, uh, Lash Love. Now this one is a great mascara because it's got a great brush. It's kind of like it's got like little ones on one side, a little longer on the other, and then the little tip. So it's an excellent brush. And so I just put a couple coats of mascara on. No, you're probably like, what is she doing? I can't see. Well, everybody knows how to put on mascara pretty much, I think, if you wore it back in the day. But, just a little. Kind of picks your eyes up a little bit. I have false eyelashes that I'll put on sometimes. And there you go. See, that's just a little bit. It's not much of a, not much. Let me see now. I got some lips here.